Hello, everybody, and welcome to Menace Files Friday. Once again. It's been how many months now? 8? 8 months? 4 months? I don't even fucking know anymore. So, we actually had to change today's topic because there was no archive of of the guy I wanted to talk about, Herbie Hops. So Herbie Hops was an interesting character. He liked to eat raw meat and claimed raw ground beef, I should probably specify. And he also claimed that since he delivered a burger from, because he works at Grubhub, he delivered a burger to somebody who worked at Intel, that he was a government worker. So he also would record himself driving like a madman. He almost got shot like multiple times, apparently, and all of those were his own fault. Like, nobody else was to blame except for him. And I wanted to show that off, but he deleted all the fucking videos, man. What can I do? What can I do? So, I found somebody who is equally as crazy today. Somebody who believes that if you find a hole in the ground, that is a giant's pussy. I'm not kidding. He also believes that statues were once living things. This person tonight is known as Mudfossil University, and they are a conspiracy theorist. They believe that giants used to roam the world. So, get ready. Get fucking ready. It is a crazy, crazy time. That was Killer from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4, by the way, that I was playing. So, let us begin! I forgot I changed the background to this. That's neat. Okay, let me put this over here. Put this right here. Move that. Close out of that. Window capture. Boom. So this right here is Mudfossil University. He has over 126,000 subscribers. Most of them are probably, just fucking with him. At least I hope. But we're going to look at his most popular videos first, because I'm kind of curious. Okay, let's see. Well, what's a good one? Reptilian. Let's get a few. So, I don't know if it snowed where you're at, but it sure snowed where I'm at for the first time in all year. Let's see. Where's some good ones? Dragon autopsy from throat to anus. Yes, give me that. What else? I would have sworn this is impossible. This is insulting to me, not you. Father of all lies? Alright, let's do it.
University, Roger, the voice of Mudfossil University here, and today we're going to be talking about a discovery made long ago, apparently by an ancestor of Kimberly Ann Montgomery up in Washington State, Seattle area, I believe. And we are going to go into this right now and make sure that you get to Mudfossil University. Tell everyone you know, your kids, your grandparents, your mother, your father, your uncle, your brother, your sister, everybody. Walk down the street and say, hey, you, go to Mudfossil University. Wake up. All right, let's wake up. All right, here it is in its full glory, and I mean, it is glorious to me. And I'm seeing the colors of blood. I'm seeing the colors that you expect to see changes. I'm seeing creases where you expect to see creases. I'm seeing eyeballs where you expect to see eyeballs. This I have a hard time accounting for, to be perfectly honest with you. although it is some form of a crown.
This is a sculpture! This is man-made! This dude is claiming that this is a fossilized reptilian.
Or it is growing from the guy's head. Now, those other statues that we have seen and that Kimberly found seem to indicate that this is not something that's unusual. They were there. Why they're there, I can't tell you exactly. Again, this is a soft claim. I don't have this in my hand, but I'm pretty darn sure this thing is valid. All right, as you know, at first I dismissed this, but as I started looking deeper, I don't see any way that anyone could have made this, could have done this by carving it. I mean, look at the eye, and look at the actual material is. It's just like your eyelashes. It's that type of thing. There's some form of a different matter, a different molecular structure to here, which is the same as in the edges of your skin, the edges of.
Bro, no. It's literally, this is just a sculpture. Somebody just fucking carved this.
Your eyebrows and your eyelids and so forth.
The eye wouldn't be there. The eye wouldn't be there.
And it appears to have some form of something's going on in the eye there. Now, these little dots and spots here, that is the nature of skin. As the very, very...
Reptiles, I don't think, they don't have pores, do they? They have scales. Where are the scales on this creature?
Outside erodes, you end up with this pattern underneath. I've seen it a million times. Now, the other thing that I can't account for
Okay, so if this is a reptilian, why on earth are we finding fossils of bones and not fossils of full bodies? Like, why are we not finding dinosaurs that are full, like, you can see their skin, you can see what color they were? This doesn't make any fucking sense. If you look at the fossil records, why are we not seeing this? So, if this thing is real, break it open. Let's see what's inside. If there's bones inside, prove it.
Just accidentally happened, and is this stuff here? And this crease, you can't make a crease like that. That's a crease from, just like your face does this as you get older. This color in us is blood. That is the color of red blood. That's ferrous oxides, FeO3, which is your red arterial blood. And this, I believe, is a bone foramen, or I don't know what to say. And this appears to be the black area. Usually there's red and black. You seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing a man-made sculpture. If this was an actual creature, it would be bones, not a head with, like, creases and eyeballs. This is just a fucking sculpture, dude.
Maybe you have a different take, but this is what I see, and it sure looks pretty good to me. As I have a hard time seeing this as not being real, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't.
I mean, it's physically, yes, it's real. Like, the sculpture's real, but it's just a sculpture. It's just an art piece. Somebody made this. This didn't come off of something.
Find a problem here. Now, as you know, Kimberly Ann Montgomery is the one that has discovered this head, and apparently it's been in her family since her grandfather or something. There's a story that goes along with it, and I'm sure she'll comment and leave a comment about it, because it's quite interesting. Now, and it was found, or she had it somewhere up.
So you're telling me that this dude's clothes did not break down over time, they were fully fossilized, but became stone? Is that what you're telling me? That this dude's clothes, his armor, became stone? So nobody tried to, I don't know, chip away at the layers of stone to see if they found metal underneath? I believe that metal does not become stone. It would have stayed metal, and you would have been able to chisel it. And what about this cloth clothing? Was he dipped in cement?
In a Seattle area up in Washington State, United States. Now, and she's done some fabulous research on this. Went out and we talked and discussed, online. And I haven't touched this. This is secondhand, and I call this a soft claim. All right, a soft claim means I haven't touched it. I can't be 100% certain. If I could put this in my hand, I could give you what I would consider a certain claim or a certain claim of not.
You haven't touched the other one either. So, both of those are soft claims of reptilians. This isn't a reptilian, dude. This is just somebody's sculpture that they made. Possibly thousands, if not, hundreds of years ago, even. This looks like something that might have been from, like, China, or even maybe the Pygmies. I don't know.
But here I am giving you a soft, certain claim, because I have not touched it with my hands. You see this? I was looking at hers and looking at this crown. I'm thinking, what is that? But it's on here. You see this? It's a very, very, very similar looking thing. Very similar. And there's other ones online of this same look. Now, everybody, what is these guys? Well, who knows? But maybe we do know now. Maybe they were real. This is all I can say is you make your own mind up. And Kimberly done a great job here. So, I have to look. All right, there's a side shot, but it's quite obvious.
That's a lion. That's supposed to be a lion now that we're getting a side shot of it. It's obviously a lion. It's got the snout, it's got the eyes, and it's got the mane. That is a lion's head. Not a fucking reptile, dude. It's supposed to be a lion's head.
That it's been sitting out here apparently for 80 years or something like that. She was saying that it came from a long time ago. So this is not something that it's just too much chemistry and too much anatomy and too much biology to just dismiss it. Now,
it's just a fucking sculpture of a lion's head, dude.
I have a hard time about this. I don't know. I don't understand this, and I don't have it in my hand to be certain of what's going on there. But it does appear that they show up on other heads. Again, looking for answers, not making any claims. I cannot claim. All right, so if you just think that it's impossible for something to be so well preserved, that's wrong. This is the same sort of situation, only this was in mud, and this was one of the first mud fossils that I saw outside of my stuff, and it was on TV. Scott Walter got it on TV, and he said it wasn't real, and dismissed it. And I came on board with the guys that had this, Ollie Cardle and Jim Burchell, and I did my own assessment of it, and I said this is 100% real, which it is, and then it went terribly, terribly bad after that. Had a CAT scan, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life. I ended up, I'm sure they hate me now.
So so this thing was a fake. It wasn't a perfectly preserved skull. He went and got a CAT scan, and it turned out to be just a rock. He went and got a CAT scan, and it turned out to be just a rock. Just a rock. There was nothing in it, and he was wrong. So far he's 0 for 3 at least. The 3 specimens that he's showed off here, 0.
It's a bad memory. Let's just go on from there. That is correct and real, and there is no question whatsoever.
There is question whatsoever. You proved that it wasn't real. You straight up proved that it wasn't real, though.
And the DNA is at the lab, but I don't have the money to do these things. I've done them all. I've done enough. I did 3 CAT scans. 7 CAT scans, and that was a different story. But I had 7 CAT scans done, 3 DNA tests done. All of it proved 100% that this was real.
I doubt. Oh, I doubt.
I had an anatomist that does autopsies, owns his own autopsy school, verified everything, certified it. It was certified in a lab, 2 different labs about the DNA, and the CAT scans were done, and the specimens are unimpeachable and available, and I'm done doing any more of that stuff because it won't be looked at. So this is what we have. It's real. It needs to be looked at, and just because somebody says something that's not real, that doesn't mean anything. It is real. I have the evidence of the real stuff, and it's just got to.
Then break it open. Break it open and show the skull. If it's so real, break it open, show the skull. Let's move on. Oh, dragon autopsy from throat to anus. Let's do it.
2019, and Jody and I have been talking. We've been doing a little discovery work on Google, and it was a result of a friend who does not want his name mentioned, but who happens to
look at all the tabs. Got an Amazon tab. It's got a Facebook tab. It's got Amazon tab again. In fact, he's got a few of them that repeat. There's a Entertainment Weekly one. He's got like 3 different Mudfossil University bookmarks.
I live in Morocco, and we've been looking at the dragon. Everybody knows that, and I want to say one word about this to start with. This, this is spectacular stuff, and it infringes sometimes on people's reality. I mean, well, it does. There's no getting around that, but. Some people feel insulted, assaulted, attacked. It's not my intention for any of that stuff. It's my intention to show what I've discovered as reality. And Jody and I have been going over this, and I don't see any way that we can discount any of this. So I'm going to show it to you. Take it for what it's worth to you, because it does relate to our ancient past. Was written about. It could have an impact on. Seriously, eternity. I mean, who knows? I'm not going to say that, but I can't say it not. So here's the deal. We studied it. I found this out months ago that it was a Avian digestive system, which is we're going to look at this now. And so, what does that mean? Why is that different than a human digestive system? The birds are a different type of anatomy. They're bones are hollow to give them the ability to fly. They have one organ where we have 2, like lungs and kidneys and all that business. They have a combined digestive system, which is called a cloaca, which is this right here. See, well, I mean that's their rectum. They combine everything together for their digestive system. Comes out here now. Everybody knows that bird guano, which is the emanation of this digestive system, is extremely fertile, and people use it for fertilizer, and you'll see it's being used right here as people are growing stuff in it. Now, we're going to start from the head. We're going to go right down through the digestive system. Some of these things I'm not sure of 100%. I'd like to have doctors, anatomists, whoever look at it, but I'm going to tell you one thing right now. This is 100% without question avian anatomy.
Yes, it's a pigeon.
Not only that, at where the cloaca exits, the thing pooped when it was being killed. I'm going to show it to you. All right, here goes. Okay, here's how we're going to handle this. We're going to look at this first, which is the bird digestive system, which I'm saying emulates the dragon, at least close. And here's the head, and it comes down the esophagus, and then you have the liver right here. You see this crop? Birds have crops. Sometimes they have stones in them. They crunch up all things, grains and so forth. Now it comes down. You have the gizzard. I'm just guessing at some of this because I'm not really a bird anatomist either, but I can see.
It's labeled! What do you mean you're guessing? It's labeled!
It's pretty damn close, and I know it has a cloaca, so I'm just working with the cloaca because I'm not really big into dragon anatomy. All right, now, so you got your proventriculus, whatever that is, and that's just before you hit the gizzard. All right, it loops around here. You see this pancreas.
All these tabs you got up here, and your ass couldn't put that into fucking Google Translate to tell you how to pronounce it?
Duct, pancreas. What I'm looking at here is the bile duct. This bile duct. Usually that's green. Now I haven't matched this up yet. Jody and I have been looking it over, and we decided this is the best way to present it is to show you this. I could be wrong, but bile ducts are usually green, and the kidneys are where you have a lot of salt.
So is he trying to make the claim that a dragon would have a gizzard and a crop? I don't really think a dragon would have that. I think they would just have a normal stomach, because a dragon's bones wouldn't have been hollow. They would have been flying with the force of their wings. They would have been able to take off with the force of their wings.
So, but they don't have really kidneys to speak of, I don't think. I really don't know. This bile duct, liver, whatever happens up there, I don't know. Anyway, it comes through the ileum and down into the cucum rectum, oh God. Bursa of Fabrilia.
Just look it up! Just look it up! God damn it. Okay, can we fast forward to... let's see this fucking dragon. I want to see the fucking dragon.
Alright, stay. And I have a number of videos on this. Goes back a number of years. And I've been through this many times. So, let's just start with the stuff that dragons spit out that starts fires or whatever it is, some kind of venom. And what you're seeing right here is the...
Is this motherfucker... oh god, is he on Google Earth? There's no fucking way he's looking at a mountain and claiming it's a dragon, right? Right? There's no fucking way he's looking at a mountain and claiming it's a dragon. There's no fucking way he's doing that.
Venom that comes out, and it is virtually identical to toxic snake venom. And you could see down here there was an area where it obviously did some kind of a combustion event, or
he's looking at a mountain and claiming it's a dragon,
or attacked something, and you'll see that later.
No fucking way. He's looking at a mountain.
Let's talk about...
Look, there's a city! There's a city here! There's another city here!
Dragon now. So, let's start with the dragon's head. And I'm going to take you right through from his mouth and how he shoots this stuff out. And then we're going to go all the way down the throat. Well, I'm shooting down the throat here, all the way down these dragon-scaled throat. This right here, this fluty stuff, this flashy-looking thing.
Okay, so for the recap for the people... for the people who haven't been here, this guy looks at rocks and mountains and makes claims about shit. He just looked at a carving of a lion's head and claimed it to be a perfectly preserved reptilian head, just because the fucking sculptor who made it wasn't very talented. So he made a claim that it was a reptilian. So now, this motherfucker is making a claim that this is a dragon. And it's like a mountain range. He's making a claim.
It runs down his neck is what you see in the parades in China and all those oriental places. And they fully understand the dragon. And the funny thing is that all cultures do understand dragons. They all speak about dragons. And Jody and I, she's with me on the on this, and we'll probably be talking later. We've been going through the dragons in the culture of the Anunnaki and the ancient ones that came here, and Tiamat and Marduk and all these crazy things that were...
So you're telling me that this dragon was the size of a mountain? The size of a mountain, and there's no history about it? You're telling me it was the size of many hundreds of thousands of miles, and there was no history about it? This thing was bigger than Godzilla. No history about it.
Were written, so you have to do some looking up.
This right here is one city. This right here. One city right here. Another city over here. This is just the fucking neck.
If you want to really get deep into it, and we will get deep into it at some point, but let's just start with the basics, because this is about enough deepness as you're probably going to be able to handle right if you haven't been exposed to this. Now, we're at his head right there. You see the head, so hopefully you can see that. That's not too hard to see. Now here we're going to go down the neck. So here's the neck. What did he shoot out? We know he shot out all that green nasty stuff, and here's where it came from. You see, here's his neck.
Dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's actually a female dragon, I believe, according to the stories of how the tails have flutes in them. If they're
Look, there's another fucking city.
Female and they don't have flutes in them. They have spikes if they're male, and this has a fluted tail. So this is the pathway going down the throat. And what is it? It's coming this way. And there's red injectors up here, and there's green injectors down here. And this is the zone of death. That was shot out. Now let's look at the injectors real quick. You see them? You see that edge, that green edge there? That's kind of unusual. You don't normally see that stuff. And these little squirters, you see right down here, one right after the other. They just look like little injectors. If you look at
No fucking way. No fucking way.
them closer, you can tell that's what they are. You see that? It's an injector of death. And on the other side, they're all like little bee stingers. The other side has the same thing, only they're green.
He is on Google Earth. Holy fucking shit. He's on Google Earth. Look! Look, he is!
They squirt down in there somehow. Now, it goes down and eventually the squirters stop down here. Now, so what are we looking at now? Let's back out again. There's his head. All right. We're coming down the neck. You see all this stuff here? You see that border? You see it's black, and you see it's red, black and red. Hold on, let me come out of here so we can get back.
Oh, wait. So, this is the head. This is the head. Yeah, where's the wing, huh? If this thing was as big as this, which is hundreds of thousands of miles long, and this is supposed to be a leg, I assume. Where's the wings? Are the wings up here? Is this all the wings?
In the straight down mode. All right. You see where it's black and red, and it's like decaying away from this decomposing body. Now, let's follow the neck all the way down. You're going to find something happen here that was written about, and I'm just showing what we're seeing and then what was written. All the rest is up to you, your own mind, your own imagination. You know, you say,
I mean, the mountain does look pretty fucking cool. It's a cool looking mountain, but it's just a mountain.
oh, I can't handle this. Yeah, it's all right. Now, as you come down, you can see these little plates. Now, what is that all about? Those are dragon scales.
No, that's the Earth's plates, dude.
In my opinion, and they're plated like that to give it
Also, I just realized that where that green is, that's a fucking forest.
flexibility. It can't be a solid ridge. It has to be hinged, and that's the hinges.
Or maybe like an oil spill. I don't even know where the fuck this place is that he's at.
Now, so it comes down, as I said, this is all decomposition and stuff running down, and now
So you're telling me that this thing bled that much? Like, so he's saying that this right here is just the bone, and this is all blood and guts and rotted meat. You're telling me that this thing bled? It's the size of a mountain and it bled and it didn't cause like a fucking flood of blood? What?
now here we run into a slashed throat. Right here.
How would one would one slice the fucking throat of a dragon the size of a mountain. Tell me. How? How the fuck?
Straight across the whole thing got slashed. And what happened? He bled out here in the desert.
How? Oh, what, did he trip on the mountain?
And the red blood ran over here, the vein blood gushed out over here. And let's continue down, because that's not the only place this thing got cut. And it's continued down the throat. It just keeps going in that same throat. You know, this was all mangled up over here from the crash, you know, up over in this area.
From the crash. So someone got on to a mountain-sized dragon that was flying, of course, that somehow didn't breach the atmosphere of space. They cut its neck, not once, but twice, fully through it. Fully through it, and then it crashed, right? But the head didn't come off. It stayed there.
Over here. But as you come down the throat, down the throat, down the throat, and still, you know, I mean, they're all still the dragon scales. It never changes. This is not something that ever changes. I mean, it's his throat. So we come down. Now look at this, another dragon cut right there. Now,
Cut it twice. Cut it twice. Would have come in half when it fell. Cut it twice.
that's not normal. They don't crack like that. That thing got smashed. And it cut right across this side too. So it's a double cut. And it ran out. You can see things ran out of that.
If you look right there, there's a triple cut. Look right here, guys. There's a triple cut right here.
Another one here.
Oh, God damn it.
Another one up here.
4 cuts? 4 cuts.
Now over here. Now, what are we looking at again? Now,
5 cuts. 5 cuts. On the neck of a dragon, the size of a mountain. In the sky, fell down, dragon dies, bleeds out, flood of blood. How?
so he has to breathe and he has to eat. So there is the throat. I'm going to follow this down. Just watch. And you have Google Earth, so you can do this. You get up here. It's right.
Zangora. Where the fuck is Zangora? Hold on. Let's do some fucking investigating. Zangora. Where the fuck is Zangora? It's over near Pakistan. Okay. So, it's in Zangora. Dragon. Nothing really. Yep, there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Look at him. Look at him. There he is. Found the dragon. Oh my God.
Right in Morocco. You can't. It is Morocco. I mean, all right. You come down. 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 That's all straight away. Now, boom. What do you get to here? Over here, we got an issue with. It looks like it branches off to me. It's a little bit. I think it got cut right here too. So it's a little.
These fucking idiots in his comment section, dude. They're egging this guy on. They have to be. They can't all be stupid, right?
A little bit gooked up in here, so I really can't tell for sure. But it comes around, and I believe this pathway goes down into. Remember, we had the gizzard and the crop. And
Why would a dragon need a gizzard? What kind of seeds or rocks is a dragon eating? Why would a dragon eat seeds? Seeds are small. Why would a dragon eat seeds?
the liver and all that stuff was part of that bird anatomy. Whoops, I got the wrong guy.
Oh, Jordan Peterson, of fucking course. Oh, God damn it. Oh. Oh. No wonder this guy's fucking stupid. He listens to Jordan Peterson.
Now, I could bring that back. But anyway, I'm just going to go through it because we'll be here forever if I keep jumping back and forth. And I don't know what this is, if it's the same as bird anatomy or not, but it's damn close. It ends up with a cloaca. So I'm going to show you what happens. I believe this goes down somewhere into the gizzard or the crop. It breaks off and it goes.
It's Zagora. Zagora. Morocco. Zagora is a town located in the Dar River of Moroccan. Okay. Is there a dragon? No, there's nothing about a dragon. Morocco. Not considered part of the Sahara Desert. That's just sand. That's not even a mountain. That's just sand. That's just really compact sand.
Goes over here. Now this, I'm not sure what's going on there, but that looks pretty caustic to me. Whatever it is, it looks caustic, or maybe it was a wing fell over the top, because the wing, I can show you wing stuff, and it looks similar.
That's sand, dude. That's sand. Morocco. In the Dar River, yeah. The D-Har River. Darman, fam. Yeah, dude, that's sand. That's just sand. Sand does that. It's waves.
To this. And there's a big one. That could be just a wing fell over. I don't know. Like I say.
Okay, I've had enough of this one. This one's just pissing me off. What's this one?
Hello, everybody. It's Roger.
I would have sworn this was impossible. Okay, let's see.
Once again, and from the same place that I always am from. Now, today has been a revelation for me. As you see that...
Menace, what's up? Thanks everybody for dropping in. Long time no see. Yeah, we're looking at a fucking crazy person, so enjoy this.
Rock. You see it all bubbled over and rolled over, and I looked at it and I said, there is absolutely no way that someone could make that.
Rocks form in many different ways. Like there is no like certain way a rock can form. Like it depends on if it's raining, if it depends on if it's covered in sand, what kind of materials are around when it's being created. So how could a rock not be formed this way, but also not be man-made? What is this rock? Can we get a bigger shot of it?
Because I see all of the evidence of a creature's body part. You see all the... That's what blood runs out.
That's moss!
Moss and lichen. Moss and lichen.
The reason why this is here is because that's where moisture forms, most likely. Whenever it rains, moisture gets trapped in the cracks. Moss is attracted to moisture. Coincidence? I think not. That's just moss.
Skin and blood. Primarily blood. And that's where these cracks are, where this blood is. So I said, there's no way. And I could see blood coming out of here, down here. And I'm thinking, there's no way anybody constructed this. But this guy did. Jose Emmanuel Castro Lopez. Now, this says, sometimes forgotten works are left in the workshop that are, after a while, acquire special value. Well, again, I'm telling you, moss is...
Wait, so this dude just straight up said, this is a forgotten work that was left in a workshop, and it has certain value. So this was somebody's work. Somebody made this. Literally, dude just fucking...
It's just absolutely ravenous for blood.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
account for how he does this. I have no clue whatsoever.
No, that's a feather, y'all. It's a feather.
But you see this little notch there? And the color of it? And then you see down here that this, I believe, is basically the same thing. And that is that same notch. And that's the same red color that would be in it. You see, it's the opposite finger. This is a finger, and this was DNA certified.
Yeah, I'm fucking sure. Fucking sure it was, bro. DNA certified to be what? A finger of what? A finger of what? Finger of what?
As human, and I think that is. I'm telling you, I think that's the same damn thing. I think I can see some blood over there, and that's what happened. Blood blows out the sides.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back. My dog is trapped out in the snow. I gotta go get her so she don't freeze to death. So I'm just gonna let this play, and I'll let you guys roast him. I'll be right back.
Or at least it puddles in the sides. There's like places where the arterial blood goes, and then this is the vein blood, the black blood. But this is the side where the red arterial blood goes, and I believe it's there, and there's arterial blood up there. And I have no clue how anybody could possibly look at this. Wait do you see? This is nothing yet, but I believe that's a body part. Now this looks like it was ground up flesh, really. Like, you know, something, I've got a ton of stuff around that would grind up like that. And then it was like molded into a brick and sort of solidified on the outside, poked a wire through, wrapped it around, and then, like, this is blood. Iron is blood. Iron comes from blood. You see that color, you know that iron somehow is being put there. And this guy is amazing. I'd love to hear from him. Look at this. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm looking at that, and I'm going to tell you one thing. That is biological. I'm seeing stuff in there that he's somehow taken these biological rocks.
Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? Chloe's trapped in the ice. Yes. Yes, Chloe was trapped in the ice. Wait, this is the fandom Menace? Yes. So, what is this dude claiming? What is he claiming, y'all?
They have, you know, to me, they're mud fossils, and they're like things like this. You know, this is something, you know, that's probably a heart.
Wait! Does this dude not know how fossils work? Organs don't fossilize. Flesh doesn't fossilize. Bones fossilize. Like, how could no one fucking know that? How could nobody know that?
Absolutely amazing what he's doing. Look at this. And these are rocks. These are not boards or anything.
Wait. This is somebody's fucking sculpture they made out of cement and then they painted. That's somebody's face, dude. That's somebody's face. This is...
And these are rocks. These are not boards or anything. Look at that. You know, I understand these little tiny pock marks, and, you know, they call them bone foreman and things like this. He's working on, now I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. It's a fucking art piece. Somebody took a rock, or at least like a mold of a rock, and then when it was still drying, they went...
I just don't know. I tell you, he's got me baffled.
Oh, what is he gonna claim that is? An anus or a pussy?
But when you see this color congealed like that, it's almost like it's squeezing the blood out of it.
What about that one? What about that one? What about that one? What's that one supposed to be? What's that one supposed to be, man? Because that sure looks like a fucking art piece. That sure looks like an art piece to me, bro. I don't know about y'all, but it also kind of looks like Donald Trump.
You see wherever they're punched up, that's where you're going to see the red, wherever it's crunched up. Now, there's no red in that. I don't know why. But you see how you're seeing it? Like it's pushing the blood out. Of course, sometimes it's darker and sometimes it's lighter.
Oh, okay, so these are Dynamic Plastic Organic Rocks by Jose Manuel.
I'm just amazed. This is
so is this like a cement mixed with plastic?
Seen everything.
Solid stones turn into soft and organic sculptures. Sculptures, right fucking here. Right fucking here.
It was to see, and now I have no clue. And he's got a ton of other ones too. This isn't all of them. The guy's very, very prolific, and he claims it's magic, and he understands the rocks.
He doesn't claim it's magic. It's a sculpture. It's a sculpture.
And he's got some magic potion. And I saw him coming out of a riverbed with a rock. And that's where you get the best mud fossils, out of the wet, continuously.
He's got a magic potion? He's got a magic potion. Y'all heard him say that, right? He's got a magic potion. I saw him coming out the riverbed.
Mud. I mean, obviously they didn't carry that out. That thing's gigantic. But they are gigantic. So, it's a very new day. See, solid stone turned into soft and organic sculptures. Rocks are usually solid as a rock or hard as stone, but not for Jose Manuel Castro Lopez, who pulls and twists stones as if they were silly putty. His rock sculptures have a magnificent quality of softness, a very organic feel. You can almost
Okay, so that means that it's not even rock. I assume that it's like a clay, even. Bro, I wouldn't want to get into a fight with this man. He's gonna poison you. Oh my god. Whoa. Wait, what's this?
Now, the rest of this is black and red blood, and the tendinous and other things granite. Well, that is natural granite.
Yeah, that's granite.
Creature's body.
Oh, wait, what?
All right, this is ground up body flesh. These are ground up parts, and that.
Dude, that's fucking granite. Dude, it's just granite, dude. It's just like a form of quartz, dude. I promise, it's not ground up body parts.
There's like 32 feet of counter, and I didn't look every little spot.
How can somebody be so wrong about a topic they're obsessed with? Right? Right. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking puke.
That's the only metal that stuck out at me looking around, fairly carefully. That's the only piece of metal in the whole thing. Well, you know what I'm saying. Now, the rest of this is black and red blood, and the tendinous and bone parts. That's what it is. And
yeah, of course. That's what it is.
Leftovers from when they extracted the metals. I'm almost certain. Or whatever they extracted out of it. But
this is why boomers had lead in their water and they had lead in their paint. This dude is why we don't put lead on paint anymore. Like, Oh my god. Jesus.
All the metals are gone, so that's what they took, as far as I'm concerned. And then either this was just left as a pile of trash, or they would use this in building materials. It's very obvious. I see this.
I made this granite with the blood of my enemies.
This homogeneous stuff is not natural stone.
Yes, it. Hold on. Here, let's look up. Let's look up. Look it up. Let's look it up. Is it granite? How do you spell that? Yeah, granite. Let's look up. The fuck granite is. Granite is a coarse, grain, intrusive igneous rock composed of mostly quartz, Alica feldspar, and paleoclast. I don't know what the fuck both of those are. It forms from magma with a high content of silica. So that means that it is quartz with stone and sand. It also has alkaline metals that oxidize within it, and it slowly cools down and solidifies underground. So it has sand, stone, quartz, and metals inside of it. Hence the reason why it looks so spotted.
This was processed. All right, there's no, this isn't the same countertop. The other one was my countertop. This one here, I don't know who this is, but same thing. It's the same stuff. Ground up flesh.
Huh, it's almost as if certain types of rocks all look the same. Never would have guessed.
And there's a wheel of death they show with the Chinese.
What are you going to tell me next, man? That pillars of quartz are actually made out of bones? What are you going to tell me next?
Grinding up people's bodies.
Hold on.
It's the same stuff. Ground up flesh. And there's a wheel of death they show with the Chinese grinding up people's bodies. And I think they used them to make the Great Wall or things. I don't know. You probably test all this stuff so you see what was made out of this, because that's ground up flesh.
Is he schizophrenic? More than likely. More than likely. Like, I'm like 95% sure at this point. Alright. Okay, I've had enough of that. Let's see what this is. This is insulting, not to me, but to you. New brain study shields light on why it can be hard to change someone's political beliefs. Yeah.
Revelation. I have been rejected by all of the universities, literally all of them. And I am just right down the street from Yale, and there's a fellow down there.
You live next to Yale? You're close to Yale? Yeah, man.
Professor Derek Briggs absolutely refuses.
Because they're set in stone. Good choice. Good one. That was a good joke. But,
to examine the mud fossils. And I have the CAT scans, the DNA tests, the anatomists, the specimens. I mean, right here, there's a mud fossil right there. That's a bonehead. And I mean,
a bonehead.
Anybody that's an anatomist could certainly understand that that's the head of a bone. It's broken off there. That little white spot right there is all that's left, because these are soft tissue mud fossils. What happens is these were in a saltwater flood.
Boy, that's just a fucking rock.
And that's why they just fall apart. The bodies fall apart, but the pieces stay intact because of the fascia and the coatings on the bones and on the lungs. There's pleura. Like, that's a bonehead. That's the ligament attachment. That is the actual cartilage. And this is a fabric. And
the cartilage wouldn't have survived, would it? Hold on. Now I'm actually kind of curious. Cartilage. Cartilage fossil. So, okay, so this is what a cartilage fossil would look like. Okay. That's like cartilage there. Cartilage of a shark. Fossil cartilage. So this is what cartilage looks like as a fossil. Now, let's go back here. I don't see any of that. That's what cartilage looks like The shark tooth. Huh. Can cartilage fossilize? Cartilage, the stuff in your ears, nose, is made out of much softer things than bone, but it rarely survives fossilization. Okay, that's what I thought. So it rarely survives fossilization, meaning that there wouldn't be any cartilage.
You see that little triangle? There's a fabric that wraps around and just holds it. The ancients used to call it tunica. This is a lung. That's a Mudfossil.
Alright, let's look it up. Can lungs fossilize? Fossil lungs found in bird. No. No. So let me see your fucking... fuck. How am I supposed to see that? Oh, so just the spot where the lungs were. Okay. Just the spot where the lungs were fossilized. I guess, would that technically be? So this right here would be a lung. Yeah, okay, so this is what a lung would look like. It would be a flat. It would just be flat. It wouldn't be like a big fucking thing. It wouldn't be a big fucking thing. It would just be, it would be flat.
Any anatomist obviously is going to understand that. Professor Briggs, I feel now, I think I
Lungs have a little slit here. There's no slit.
understand. He feels assaulted.
Lungs are made out of 2 bags on one side, so technically we have 4 bags in our chest.
Here's why I say that. Because of this. I've been trying to understand why these people that claim to want to understand the honest truth of things reject truth. Well, why we react to inconvenient truths as if they were personal insults. And that is exactly how Professor Briggs took this. I mean, in my mind, he felt insulted that I questioned his ability to think, you know, because he already has his opinions and he's not going to change his mind. So this is 8 years it's been going on, so this is not new. And I've had, for 5 years, I've had the DNA tests all done. And I have, and like I say, that was DNA tested.
Bullshit! What did they tell you? It's a fucking rock?
Human. And that was looked at by a anatomist. And that is the depression of the lung. It's the left lung. And you see how flat that top is here? Well, it's the bottom, actually. The thing, when these die, they lay flat like that.
It wouldn't have been that inflated. If it was a lung, it would have been paper thin. Do you know how long it takes for shit to fossilize? Like, hundreds of years. If not millions. Fossils don't just happen like that. So, for a lung, which is a squishy organ, has no bones in it, it would be like, it would just be a shadow on a rock, or it would just be an empty space where it had been eaten out.
You know, well, this one did. Now, they might like that, and it would be squished.
Man, that dinosaur really held his breath.
Yeah, but this guy died flat like this. Now, that's why you have that flat spot, because these were in a flood, in a saltwater flood. This was wet and soggy, and bloop, it did that. Now, virtually all of them did.
They were in a saltwater flood. So, really? You're telling me that the reason why the lung is inflated is because it was filled with salt water? Okay.
I have one here. This one here was the guy's whole body. There's his lungs right there. And if you, this is like a CAT scan through his lungs. That's the interior of the lungs. And then you get to his back, which is here, and you have all of this bone bits.
Bone bits. That's the scientific term. Bone bits. Somebody get this man a juice box and tell him to go back to bed and he forgot to take his meds. The bone bits.
And the black is always, black is FeO2 blood. It's D.
Okay.
Person I contact.
So he doesn't even talk about this. Okay, cool. Now I see this.
Okay, my outstanding friends.
The bodies of the gods recorded the past in great detail.
Roger once again, and we are looking at some of Brian Forrester's work here. I believe this is in Australia, and he's looking at these glyphs which someone uncovered, and they're trying to decide, are they real and what do they mean and so forth. Now, before we go into looking at it and how they made these glyphs and when and so forth, I want you to look at something here. You see these little striations in this rock? This has nothing to do with these glyphs. These glyphs are different. The striations in the rock have something to do with what we call biology, and this is what you call an abrupt transition. What I want you to look at is the mossy little stuff here, moss and lichen, how dense it is right here. And then it starts to go into this red matter. And the fibers, of course, and the mineralization. You see this? Very important to understand, a mineralization.
Is this motherfucker about to claim that wall's made out of ribs?
All right, what you were looking at Brian Forrester's spot there is they were carving into this stuff. And right on the right was the abrupt transition where all that bloody green and black and all that stuff was in there, the bloody spot. Then comes the abrupt transition, and then it's muscle from there over, and that's where they carved into, because it's just nothing but red fleshy muscle. And this is a mud fossil, and they were too. They are the bodies of the gods. You see this? This is what abrupt transitions do. The mossy green moss grows where there's red blood, and this grows where there's vein blood, which is the black blood.
So this dude just said that moss, different types of moss, grow where blood is. So that means that every rock with moss on it is covered in blood? Huh? Could it also mean that moss and all of its different types of species grow depending on where something is, I don't know, damp, like that rock is? It's damp. Moss eats water, and the creatures that live within its microbiome also eat water, and they feed on water and moss, which also feeds on water, so it's an endless cycle. And that white moss over there, maybe it feeds off of whatever byproduct that the animals that live on the wet moss leave. Or that could very well just be like poison oak or some shit. It doesn't even have to be moss. It could also just be all like pigeon shit. Who knows what it is?
And I mean, you can see it's an abrupt transition. Now, this is the kind of stuff they were carving into. It's just what these creatures were, absolutely enormous. The earth was flooded exactly like the ancient texts say, and they drowned, and somebody carved them up. And
if a giant was as big as a mountain, and a flood, like in the Bible, I assume is what he's talking about, happened, couldn't they just stand up?
And they had machines here doing it.
They had machines. They had machines during the Bible times where they had the flood, and they carved up the giant like a turkey. Of course.
Now, remember I said, remember the mineralization, those white little chunks? Those are embedded in tendons and muscles and so forth as they make their transition to the real fleshy area, which they cut as slabs and put them on the walls to make walls. That was a machine. You see the width of the tire tracks from here to way over here. That machine was that wide. And these tires apparently they were either there to drive and then this set into wet, swampy areas so they can run on these tank treads, or these were stabilizers so that it couldn't move back and forth this way. They sunk in to stabilize it.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Does this dude not know how the timeline works? Did he just claim that these people in this ancient those are steps? These are steps. These are steps. This is obviously like some kind of like water kind of shit or something. Like maybe it's like a anti-flooding mechanism, I assume, for whatever house this possibly was. Or maybe it could have been a door. Who knows? These are fucking steps, though. These are all steps.
Because I can see them. You see how they're waving in and out of here? And I would think that might have something to do with digging over here. I don't know. But
steps. Those are stairs.
But they may not just be tire tracks. They may have been stabilizers, because I think there was one up here, so it wouldn't come backwards either. But they just sort of sunk them in, locked them in position, and then just started digging them up and making walls. They had
because everyone in the ancient fucking flood times had these huge sprawling machines. Run on what? Who fucking knows? Wasn't electronics, of course. It was ran on gerbils. I mean, who didn't know that? Did you know that? Shit, you probably didn't. I did, of course I did.
Equipment here. I don't care what anybody says.
Does this dude think rocks are alive? Yes.
That goes back 3,500 years ago. If you look up Velikovsky, he recorded everything from every place in the history of the world. Every culture had the same story. Almost identical, how the Earth was wrenched and almost just totally destroyed by the planet Venus, which at that...
What? What? Almost destroyed by the planet Venus. Earth to Venus. Distance 33.677 million miles. Venus and Earth. Venus is smaller than Earth. In that point, it's smaller just a little bit. If Venus were to collide with Earth, there wouldn't be an Earth. So it is a little bit smaller than Earth. Okay. Around the same size as Mars.
Time was a comet. It had just erupted into our solar system. It was a fiery comet that rivaled the sun. And you could see it during the day. It was so bright, and it came so close to Earth that the magnetic interaction between the
Venus was a comet that was so bright it rivaled the sun.
Atmospheres caused the Earth literally to almost combust. Waters to boil, everything. You read Velikovsky, is very, very, very compelling. And
something tells me the dude he's talking about is also smoking crazy shit too.
The guy that did the research, he was destroyed. You probably never heard his name. Velikovsky. Emmanuel Velikovsky.
You have a hunch that this dude thinks aliens exist? Yeah, he probably does. Probably also thinks reptilians exist because he made a video about that too.
Read them up. And there's a guy, I think his name is Greg J, that has done a bunch of videos, narrating all the stories that he told. And they weren't stories, they were documented histories throughout the world of every culture that talked of this event. It's just them.
Is he going to talk about the thumbnail? I've DNA tested, I've certified. God, take a shot every time he fucking says that. Is he going to talk about the thumbnail? What the fuck is he talking about here?
And exactly like this. And that stuff just cracks right off, just like this. It peels right off. Wait till you see the hand I have. This was from the real biggest one I have. Now this, like I say, the fingertip is 30 inches long, say, let's say. Now, here's the one...
Asteroid lung, ball of diamonds, dragon, Walters, dragon stone, face in a rock near water, 1 through 4, finger in cat scan, fossil meat, giant 36-inch wide hand, giant foot wash, intro to mud fossils, Jim's head. Who's Jim?
This is the one that is the hand, and I have all kinds of stuff in this. I have knuckles and fingers and other stuff. This is the...
This dude's just talking out of his ass. Yes, he's misinterpreting any scientific study. He's just talking shit out of his ass. Yep.
It's a left hand, and if you stick your hand out...
How could you tell it was a left hand?
Hold it flat out. You'll have one of these right here, which is a little tendon. All right, this is the bumper pad that goes around your hand. Identical. There's no. You hold your hand out and do just what I said. Go like that, and there it is. Now, this is where the thumb side goes, and these were the fingerprints going up. Fingers going up this way, and I found a bunch of them after this. Now, this was close to 10 years ago when I took this picture, and it's just been laying out there. I don't know what the condition of it is now. Nobody's interested. This is the grip skin on that one. Remember how I showed you the grip skin, the fingerprint skin? It peels right off because it's an extremely heavy-duty skin. That is DNA tested.
Bullshit! Bullshit! DNA tested by who? Your fucking mama? Bro!
A cat scan. I have the fingerprints, cat scan, anatomist, chemistry. It is what it is. And the redness is from clay, red clay.
Oh, I thought he was going to say fucking blood.
Red is ferrous oxides, and the ferrous oxide is from the blood.
God damn it. God damn it. Blood on the moon. Blood on the moon. Giant human coffin birth. Okay. Perfectly preserved human genitalia. Let's fucking see it. Giant drowned pregnant. Okay.
Okay, Roger, once again, Mudfossil University. We're talking today about
blood on the moon. That's not the moon. There's fucking houses over. There are houses over here. I've already fucking disproven this fucking video. I don't even want to watch it.
Alright, so what do we...
This dude's about to claim this is a giant vagina.
got here? We've got a baby emerging in the vaginal canal. This is the vaginal canal. Now, has there ever been a case of this? Well, guess what? Yes, there has. Okay, my outstandingly wonderful friends. We're going to go over some very interesting stuff today, and it's going to be a little, hopefully it's going to be kind of funny and we'll have a good time, but we're going to learn a lot. And first of all, what is a coffin birth? What the heck is going on with that? And can I show that there's evidence to support that? And I think I can. Well, a coffin birth means that when a pregnant woman dies, the baby doesn't just go away. The baby is in there, and sometimes they like blow it up and they just get forced out through whatever easiest spot they can pop out of the gut. And it's usually into the vaginal canal or out through the cervix or right in that area. Now, has there been any cases of this? Well, yes, not a whole lot of them. They used to happen, but now they put in all kinds of different chemicals in the body for preservation, they would pop open in the coffin. They would have these babies would, whoops, have a thick body with feet, both. It would be very, very, very serious. And what are we going to be talking about? Well, one of my favorite subjects, vaginas. So I want to tell you something. I have two sons. They're both older now, and they're on their own, you know, and they're both very successful. And I taught them about vaginas just after they got out of diapers.
What? What?
Now, why would you teach a kid about vaginas and about you know your anatomy and your private parts of your anatomy? Well, you teach them about that to teach them that these are your things. These are your special things. They're not for anybody else just to play around with. You don't want them to have to experiment on their own without having any information to go by. And they should be taught that this is something that it belongs to you, and nobody should just steal this from you. These are the kind of things that you need to stand up for yourself about. And the kids don't understand that. They see it as all mysterious, and they want to investigate, and then they get into trouble.
But they're boys. They wouldn't have vaginas. Oh, hey, you don't know what their gender is.
That's what I thought. So, and it worked for me. I don't think either one of them's a pervert that I know. They're both successful. They have both have women. They're quite happy as far as I know. And
oh man, do you think they still talk to him?
And they've never been in trouble. And I think you should know everything about everything. And if you know everything enough where you can discuss things without everything being a mystery, then life takes on a whole new meaning. It becomes...
This nutcracker has kids. Yep, somebody let him nut in him twice. Or somebody let him nut in them twice. My bad, he didn't nut in himself.
An investigation of what the hell are we doing here? Where do we come from? What is our eventual end? And what can we make of what we see on Earth? That's a giant. That is a giant human vagina. Case closed. Now, I also know from research with other people that it appears that this was a pregnant giant, and this is the baby's head. And in floodwaters, they swell up and they try to expel the baby.
Hold on. We're gonna experiment with this real quick. Where's my window capture? All right. I wanna zoom in on what he's fucking claiming is a baby's skull. So this right here, right? This is what he's claiming is the baby's skull. It's got the eyes, you know. It's got a little crack here, some shit. It's got a nose, I assume. So that he's claiming this is this little tiny skull. This right here is a giant. That guy's a giant. All right. I just wanted to show y'all that.
And you see this little, it's actually the tissue is separated, almost got popped right out of it. I believe that's the arm and the shoulder and so forth.
Why would a giant baby not, I don't know, why wouldn't a giant's baby's head fill the vagina like a normal fucking baby does? Maybe it has microcephaly, quit bullying him.
And it's trying to be forced out.
Baby doesn't cling to the side of the vag. Very small baby for a very big vagina. Talk about throwing a hot dog down the hallway, yeah.
See this side perfectly normal. This is not supposed to be there. And you can see a baby's face there. You know, if you look at it carefully, it's very hard to miss that.
It looks like what did the baby have like a fucking what is this?
And you can see that the tissue.
It would have been funnier if he said, "Look, that's a baby's butt right here. Right here. You can see a little butt crack. It's a baby's butt right there. See it?" It would have made more sense if he said that, and you could say, "Oh, here's the baby's penis."
Is separating. When a tissue separates, it's ruptured. It's trying to force itself out.
Hey, didn't you also stated that, let's see, eyes can fossilize. Where are the eyes on this baby then? Mudfossil University? Where are the eyes on the baby? If they can fossilize like the lizard person, where are the eyes?
Now, we're going to, like I say, I study this stuff. I don't just...
Pareidolia. Hold on, I want to see what the fuck that is. More generalized, the term is seeing patterns in random data. Some common examples are seeing the likeness of Jesus in the clouds or an image of a man on the surface of the moon. Yeah. Yeah, this dude, you hit the fucking nail on the head. He would have been like, this would... Here, let's remake one of his fucking videos real quick. Here, let me get my fucking camera. Where's my camera at? Here, where's my camera?
As you can see, there's a smiley face. This is where the giants were. This is where the giants were, right here. Right, as you can see, right, there's a smile, there's the teeth. As you can tell, when fossilization happens, the teeth break up. They break up, and there's the eyes, because as you know, eyes stay when you're a fossil. Of course. Because, look, see, it's smiley.
God fucking damn it. Hey, hold on, I got an even better one. Got an even better one here. Let's get it zoomed in a little. Where's my fucking camera?
As you can see, George Lucas did not come up with Star Wars. He found it on a fucking island. Look, see? Dude, there's no way this is photoshopped. There's no way this is photoshopped. There's no way this was carved. This right here, this is all natural. All natural. All natural.
Okay, my friends.
Oh god, hold on.
Look at it and say, "Ooh, look at that." Well, sometimes I do, but I study it, and I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I have a little fun with this stuff. This is just the way I am.
It's all dragon fossil. Yep.
No.
You think he creams his pants at the side of Mount Rushmore? Maybe.
Anybody that doesn't understand what they're seeing here should have been taught like my kids were taught to understand. And this little seam right there, that's the seam that fuses your gut together. There's a blastula ball that forms, and it ends up inverting, going inside of itself and sealing back around. And that's the seal. And inside is all your guts.
If this is a vagina, where's the urethra? The urethra would be quite above it. Because women have 3 holes: urethra, vagina, and anus. Where's the anus of the giant?
That's where your cavity, your abdominal cavity is. And that seam splits when the water, it's right down, exactly down the center of your body. And
where's the urethra? Where's the urethra, man?
And it splits because of the expansion of soaking the body.
Yeah, where's the rock clitoris?
Long duration floods.
Is that it right here?
The green stuff is moss growing on here, and the pink stuff is literally bloody tissue, and moss.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up. Does he? Oh my god! He even talks about the dragon again. He talks about the dragon again. Oh god. Oh god! He busts out the periodic. Oh, hold on. We gotta go back. He busts out the motherfucking periodic table.
Understand that this was a giant human being, and I have not had one single archaeologist, anthropologist, geologist, scholar, expert in any area whatsoever that will admit to this. They say, oh, that's just a natural formation. Just look it
Yes!
up. That stuff is impossible. No, it's called nucleophilic substitution. It happens where transition metals, which is these red, like the iron and all these different transition metals, they are the things that are always moving chemicals in your body to keep you alive. When you die, you can't move those chemicals anymore. So the things that were relying on the movement of transition metals say, I'm in trouble. I'm going to.
Hold on. What the fuck?
Rot, I'm going to be destroyed. It says, well, here I'm in the water, I can move through you in the waters, and I'll bring you something here that will lock onto you and keep you. Okay, my friends, Roger, Mudfossil
Perfectly preserved human genitalia.
University. As when I first started this, I found everything was coated with a layer of what we now know as fascia. They call it feldspar. Well, what it is it's a fabric that coats organs. This is a lung. It's been DNA certified, CAT scan, anatomist, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah, because you're just making shit up. Just shut the fuck up.
What I'm talking about right now is how all these surfaces are coated with a layer of fascia. That fascia separates it from everything else.
I don't want to be coated with a layer of fascist. I want to be covered with a layer of Antifa.
It is in wet, salty, muddy conditions. Now, what would happen to your abdominal cavity? This is what happens at the abdominal cavity when you are first.
It talks about this again. Where's the penis?
And all the women had one of these. They just happened to show.
Hold on.
You see, and then this here, and then there's what I believe they call it the vaginal mat. Now I'm going to show you one. You think this is big? Let me show you something. I believe this is in Thailand or somewhere over there. Sondong. This is vagina tissue. These are guys standing on there. That is the vagina mat that welds that seam that I told you about. That's where it's welded. Literally, I'm not kidding you. And the earth was at one time, as far as I could determine, a living creature, or is constructed of a mass of living creatures. Well,
What?
that I'm absolutely 100% sure of. What the original core of the earth is, I do not know. But I can tell you one thing, that is a vagina. Case closed. There's another one. There's that seam. Nobody carved these. Nobody chiseled this. This has the same deal going on. I mean, it is. They were everywhere, and all the women had one of these. They just happened to show up around the earth.
All the women had one of these. What happened to them?
People have never understood them. I mean, I understand everything now. And Tyson has a site that, this. You think these things are gigantic? His could have a vagina somewhere in the size of that one I showed you just a minute ago. It's gigantic. The things that he's finding is just over the top.
He claimed that the Earth might have been a living organism. Well, why would it have multiple vaginas? Is this like the fucking Invader Zim episode where he had to get the butt of the moon? Remember that? The face of Mars and the butt of the moon?
He's got membranes that are 6 feet thick. In us, they are the bilipid membranes. They are just a slip. You can look right through them, basically. 6 feet thick. All right, there is that membrane I'm talking about. Now, this is only the lower layer. All right? And these are the protein channels that go through here. But it's only the lower layer. You go back up here, 6 feet up in the air is the upper layer. In between is this gooey aqueous solution that just erodes away very easily. But this is the lower layer, and then there's another layer just like that, 6 feet up in the air. It is what it is. It's time to start looking at these things. That's
The Earth is unbirthing you when you go 6 feet under. No! That's awful.
Went to these caves and try to figure out, because I don't understand, and it's a lung.
He keeps bringing up this fucking lung. He keeps bringing up this stupid fucking lung, dude. What is he saying this is? Hold on, now I'm curious.
I understand what happened here, and I'll be going through all of the whole story. Hold on here. Now watch what happens when this dried out. All right, so here it is right here. There's the lung. It's just like a rock. When he broke it open, he's got all the tissues of the lung. So he puts a little water on it to clean it up to look at it. And here he sees that's the blood that comes in to be reoxygenated. So this is the expended blood, the black in mud fossils. In us, it's a bluish color. This is the red blood side. This is the oxygenated side. That's ready to go back into your system to provide oxygen for your tissues. Now, what do we see here? I mean, obviously, you see what you see. They're blood vessels. There's not a human being on the face of the planet can deny that. And there's nobody can deny the chemistry here. The FeO2 and FeO3 is fully understood. And I want to make you understand about on the Earth, this is what's called hematite, and this is what's called magnetite. They're two different types of irons. So remember that. Hematite, or tools, just like this little tiny.
Couldn't that have also been like yeah, I see barnacles. Yeah, I think it's his favorite rock. Yeah. Barnacles, mole crickets. There are creatures that can burrow inside of rocks.
Iron meteorite. There's still a ton of biology in here, and there is literally
Oh, Megby, you missed the giant vagina rock.
Raw blood in here that they can look at right now, and that is an iron meteorite. And I can guarantee you that anybody that looks at that will understand it, because the only way you can get this to smelt off like this is to heat it up excessively, where you drive off all the organic, or as much as you can. This was small coming through the atmosphere.
Yes, 6 feet vagina. Alright, let's see this.
I'm going to start right off by saying this is going to be somewhat
this isn't just a vagina.
Reproductive system graphic on the female type of anatomy. And the reason I'm doing this is because this person, and it's going to be graphic. So if you have little kids and you don't want them graphicized, have them go do something else.
Face looking downward. He's really still he's talking about this one.
Over, and it welds there and creates.
He's claiming, Megby, he's claiming this is a vagina.
The abdominal cavity.
He's claiming this is a giant vagina, and that this little tiny head coming out of this vagina is its baby. The head would have filled the whole thing.
That is the fetus. This woman was pregnant. It's a gigantic human. And when somebody commented and said the body and the face, that's literally the face right there.
What are people saying in the comments on this? My father, in searching for bear traps at the bottomlands of Ohio, found a mud fossil as long as his arm. I absolutely see it. Wow, compared to this, mankind is literally like sea monkeys of the planet. It's because it's not real! Wow, I've seen this before, but I never noticed the baby. Wow. Looks like a placenta on the baby's head as well. I know my vaginas cracked me up. Thanks. Needed it. This is a great video, truly informative and economically done. What? Lots of information. Well done, Roger. Roger, we got to protect you. Seriously, this is amazing. I have seen you speak of this picture many times, but this new information is incredible. Roger, stop. Please stop, Roger.
The giant baby. All right, and what happens is
Wait, was this picture taken inside or outside of the vajayjay? Who knows?
gas is. Let me back it out again.
Well, he's claiming this is a coffin birth, so obviously it's outside of it. As you can see, here's the cervix all the way down here.
It took me quite a while to figure this out. I couldn't. Come on. And sure enough, I believe she's right. This is where it's also being pushed in, and the face is being pushed in because the gas is expelled in here and fill that cavity. Now, apparently,
why wouldn't the baby have just fallen back in? Where are the legs, even, mind you? It's just a vagina, so where are the legs? Where's the anus? Where's the urethra? Where? If this was a giant woman, where are the tits?
apparently what she said was the baby would have been delivered through the body of the baby would have been delivered through the canal. Maybe that also the head would have gone with it. I have no idea. But apparently at some point as it was drowned, and she said it was drowning, it's called a coffin birth, they drown and then the gases blow up and then the baby eventually is expelled, and that's why the vaginal canal was left in a cylinder shape.
What is this? What is this area here? What's this flat area here? Why isn't he talking about this flat area?
Whereas normally they come as a teardrop, and I'll show you that, because they're all over the earth. There was literally had to be millions of giants. I mean, they were everywhere. I have them all over my property, and I have mine DNA certified. And
God damn it. Oh my god, I just want to punch him in the fucking nose.
I have one right out in the back, is 3-inch long fingertip. DNA certified.
No, it's not!
My ears. That's what you're seeing. All right, I am sorry. I said 3-inch long fingertip. It's 3 feet long.
It's just a fucking rock. That is just a fucking rock.
And that's just a fingertip. And that's the bone in the back. This is where the blood supply comes up under the fingernail to service it. I broke this piece off right here, which is the fingerprints, literally the fingerprints. Now, that little hook right there was where that sat. These are literally the fingerprints. That's what's called grip skin. Right, and this right here is where the fingernail was, which you can see the fingernail. I mean, take your time. Don't get crazy. Slow down.
It's just a crack. It's just a crack.
It's 3 feet long, approximately, in that area. And this is the thickness of the skin. And anybody that knows about skin and grip skin, you can see these little ripply looking things. That's exactly what your skin looks like. And this is the thickness of the skin. And there's little tiny holes in here that little bits of blood fed out for this skin. This skin is very lightly, there's very little blood in this. Very tough. And then once you get up into the fleshy part of your skin, and that's where all the blood is. And that's what I did, is I went up in there and took out of the arterial network holes or wrinkles.
Why is it only vaginas that are being preserved? Where's the penis?
We're destroying the earth, and the earth was alive. I don't know if it's alive now.
Where's a dick? Where's a rock dick? Show me the rock dick.
This light, accelerated light, light being. I want somebody to talk to me.
Where are there only vaginas? Were they only giant women? Where's a rock dick? Where's the rock dick? The earth is a carcass of dead creatures. I'm gonna choose 3 more of these fucking videos. God. Fucking dragon. NASA asks about the dragon and we answer no. No. Nah. Brain cut in half. Still communicates. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh my god. Alright, one more. There's one more. Let's see. Giant fish? Oh no, dragons frozen in time. That's what I want.
Alright, this is Google Earth, and I want to bring in a little, show you something here. Now look at this black spot here, and look at the outline of it here, if you see that. And then look at this outline over here, if you see that. Alright, now I'm going to bring you in a little closer. Now, you can see it's very, very well articulated here, and if you look at it really close, it's sort of interesting. Now, this is a highly populated area, but these particular spots here are not so populated. Now, let's come back out here. So you can see what it looks like. It's got this circle in the center and then the outside circle out here. Now, let's back out of here and see where we are. Alright, now this is Spain. Now, remember where we were, right up here. Okay. And up here I say that could be an eyebrow. Okay, and the eye. And then when you come down here, you have the nose and actually the nostril right here.
No.
And as you come down further, you have the mouth.
God damn it. What is this motherfucker? This motherfucker. What's he gonna say next, man? What is he gonna say next? Is he gonna say that Grimblow, the fucking United States man, is real? Is he gonna say that next? Is he gonna say that? What the fuck? What the fuck? Grimblow, the fucking United States gnome.
Right here. And this whole line here has been built up with, you know, these are all buildings and things in here. So you really can't tell what's going on very much, but I can see the outline of this face here. Now, what all this is, you know, who knows? But
yeah, just an outline of a face. Just because everybody knows that noses are cartilage and lips can fossilize.
you can see a face up here and something.
You can see a face up here. I don't know what this is.
And it looked like who knows what it is. But what I did
You
find
can see his leg down here. It looks like his kneecap's separated.
here that was very interesting, somebody sent me today, was this. You see that? You see that? That is it right there. It's exactly the same thing. Now, this just shows up. I don't know, these things are crazy. Now, if you read what it says here, and I don't know if you will be able to, but I will read it to you. And this was sent to me by Heather Walton. She's a very, very good Mudfossil researcher. She keeps an eye on things nicely. Now, here's what it says here. It says, Well, I can't read it. Hold on. Here we go. Now we can all read it. Hold on a second.
Okay, can we zoom out? Zoom out.
Check
Thank
this
you.
out. This is just bizarre. The castles. Europe is lying propped upon her elbows. From east to west she lies, starting out reminiscent Greek eyes. From her shelter of romantic hair, behind her back the left elbow is...
You were But you weren't in England. You were in Spain. This is England. Like...
Stranger. Alright, that's all I got for you.
This is an artist's depiction of England. Or something. Or maybe like where they owned land near Africa? I don't even fucking know.
Okay, Roger, Mudfossil University, fabulous new research being done. This is in February of 2019, and I think they're starting to look into this. I hope they are, but I haven't seen any additional stuff. Now, this came from Eric Jorgensen, a friend, and this talks about the way the neurons communicate in your body. And you always, oh, we know how they work. Well, no, they don't. What they did was they took
because a neuroscientist obviously doesn't know how to what a fucking brain is. A dude who looks at rock vaginas all day definitely does.
Apparently, they work through literal waves of magnetism. So what they...
Nope, it's Europe. It's flipped on its side. West side is up.
What they did was they took a mouse brain and they cut it right in half between where it's supposed to communicate.
So it was just like a map of Europe, but like it had like an artistic drawing of like a queen on it. Let me sit up. I gotta sit up for this one.
Okay, and we're supposed to receive the signals. And then they did this. It says, to ensure the slice was completely cut, the two pieces of tissue were separated and then rejoined, while a clear gap was observed under the microscope. So they got one piece here, one piece here. And this is supposed to talk to that piece. Well, they're not connected. So how does that happen? It says the slow hippocampal periodic. These are waves that they are, these kind of slow waves that they see and they never could understand. So the slow hippocampal periodic activity could indeed generate an event on the other side of a complete cut through whole slice.
I want to see this rock he's talking about. He doesn't even bring up the rock. The rock does not appear. The rock that he was talking about in the thumbnail does not appear. What about this?
Okay, I'm going to make this pretty short. This is Roger, Mudfossil University. This is a leg of a creature that is petrified in the act of doing whatever it was doing. This is the red blood, fleshy tissue that runs behind, obviously, the muscles and so forth. This up here is
That's a statue.
Anatomy of the muscles and so forth that would run down to the arm. His face, they tried to repair it with some metal and so forth back early in the early 1900s, but obviously did a bad job. And that's why everybody says, oh, somebody built that back in the 1900s. No, they might have tried to repair it, but they didn't. This is anatomical. There's no really way to deny that that's anatomical. What you just saw was exactly identical to that. Same colors, same fabric, same anatomy, same biology, and I guarantee you it's the same chemistry. And if that red substance that was taken out from underneath that leg was analyzed, I guarantee you it's going to have signatures of blood in there, and quite likely, if you go deep enough in there, you will find there is some viable blood.
There would not be viable blood in something that old.
DNA testable. Not necessarily perfect, but still there should be base pairs that are going to be undeniable. All right, this is Ovid. Outstanding, and you should read it. It's called Metamorphosis. And this is he went and killed Medusa cut off her head. He got a special bag to put it in so that it would keep it protected so nobody would see it. Well, now he's in a fight with Phineas and a whole batch of his guys that are out to kill him. They're sending spheres at him. These spears, they said, they were worse than the hail on a winter's day. And so he decides he's going to use the Gorgon's head. So Phineas is out to kill him, and they're attacking him.
So if we're doing, so now we're doing Greek shit, not the Bible, the Greek shit. So in Greek mythology, you turned completely into stone. There was no blood left behind. You were completely turned to stone. There was no skeletons left behind. Just a stone statue of you. No skeleton, no blood, no organs. Just stone.
And he was, anyway, here's what happens. So he finds out he can't win. So when Perseus saw indeed his efforts would succumb to the weight of numbers, he said, since you plan it like this, I will ask help of the enemy, which is the Gorgon's head. If there are any friends here, turn your face away. And he held up the Gorgon's head. Find others who might be worried by your marvel, said Seleucus. But as he prepared to, because he was laughing at him, as he prepared to throw his javelin, he was frozen like a marble statue in the act. Amphix, next to him, thrust his sword straight at the heart of the courageous descendant of Lecanus, and in thrusting, his right hand stiffened without movement this way or that. But Neleus, who falsely claimed that he was born of the Nile, with its 7 mouths, his shield engraved with its 7 streams, part gold, part silver, cried Perseus, see, the sources of my people, it will be a great consolation to you to take with you in death to the silent shadows the knowledge of having fallen to so noble a man. The last echo of his voice was cut off in mid-flight, and you might believe his mouth still wished to speak, though it was no longer previous to words. All right, so it goes on and on until it gets down to here, where Phineas is turned to stone. All right, so they're really coming on to Perseus. He's about ready to go down. So he says, it says, they all deserve the punishment they suffered, except one of Perseus's warriors. While he was fighting on his side, Aconteus saw the Gorgon's head, which Aconteus, a bad guy, and took the shape of hardened stone. Astyages, which is Perseus's buddy, struck Aconteus with his long sword, thinking that it was still alive, and the blade gave a high-pitched ringing noise. Astyages stood there amazed. He took the same power transformed him, and he remained there with a wondering look on his marble face. It would take a long time to tell the names of the middle ranks of men. 200 bodies survived the fight. 200 bodies were turned to stone at the site.
Fucking bullshit. Alright, so in the end, Mudfossil University, you're fucking dumb, dude. Like, this isn't science. This isn't real life. 3 hours ago? He uploaded 3 hours ago? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's move on to something else. I've had my fill of this bullshit. Let's just rewind, unwind, not rewind. Let's just unwind with some nice fucking music. Okay? I'm gonna make y'all some epic tunes. Get my game capture. Any day now. You're gonna make us some tunes? Yeah. Boom. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do Sunrise. Alright, what'd you think of that? That one was pretty good. What's this one? Okay, that's a nice bass. Nah, I'm not feeling that one. Nah. There we go. What's this one?
You got to put some clothes.
No, no. Alright, let's try a different one. Let's do Alpha. This is called Incredibox, by the way.
You can make it if you want it. You can make it. You can make it if you want it. You can make it. You can make it if you want it. You can make it. You can make it if you want it. You can make it. You can make it if you want it. You can make it. You can make it if you want it. You can make it. You tell me the right thing. Oh, you tell me the right thing. I can get you every morning, take it 'cause I
right, now let's try to. Okay, so there's actually like a little challenge here. You can actually add little things. So it's like you have to find the correct one. Let's just go through here. All right, so he's the correct one. Okay, these guys are not the correct ones. He's the correct one. He's not. He's not either. He is. Alright, got it. I gotta get that fucking one. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's see. What's gonna be this last one? Not him. Not him. Nope. Nope. Yes. Nope. Yes. Yes. No. No. Alright, so we did all those. Let's do dystopia. And that looks fun. Okay.
Reaching the star, 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 reaching the star.
Looking for the 8 grand mysteries. You gotta watch over the line of mountain glass. Water, better,
Reaching the star, 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 reaching the star.
Alright, let's try this. There it is. Alright, let's try this one. Oh no. Alright, let's try again. Ah, I figured he was gonna be part of it. No. Nope. Yes, okay, he is. Alright. He is. He's not. He isn't. But him. No. But you. No. You. No. You. No. You. No. You. Yes. You. No. He fucking destroyed it all. I mean, that was him, right? Him? Here, let's make a custom. I want to see what this guy does. What does he do? Oh, that's scary. Oh. No, thank you. Okay, let's see. What about you? Hey, that was cool. That one was pretty cool. Let's do a live. Ooh, this one looks funky. Nah. 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 Nope. Alright, let's do it.
Feeling alive. Please don't tell me how to be me. You, the mind control.
Mind control, okay.
Are you ready? Everybody gotta take a look in the mirror. You gotta see I got the skill. You better need the number one. Get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's be trend, let me train you. Let's be fame, let's be famous. Can you fly, man, on the main plane? All the rain monsters of monsters cry. Over my brain there is no sky. You better hurry. No, better. Better, yeah. Hurry, hurry.
Okay. I like this one.
You better hurry. No, better. Better, yeah. Hurry, hurry. You better hurry. No, better. Better, yeah. Hurry, hurry. You better hurry. No, better. Better, yeah. Hurry, hurry. You better hurry. No, better. Better, yeah. Hurry, hurry. You better hurry. No, better. Better, yeah. Hurry, hurry. You better hurry.
Hurry for what? You better hurry for what, bro? The love. What's this? Hey, that's Daft Punk. What's this guy gonna do?
When I never feel bad, come on, yeah. Never feel bad, come on, yeah.
Need him. All right, all right.
If I leave, I know you will follow me. If I leave, I know you will, you will, you will, you will.
Okay. Okay, what about auto? Nah, I'm not feeling that. I just want to fuck around with it now. What was this one again? No. What was this one? Nah. Nah.
When I never felt that, come on, yeah. Never felt that, come on, yeah. When I never felt that, come on, yeah. You gotta get up. When I never felt that, come on, yeah. Never felt that, come on, yeah. When I never felt that, come on, yeah. You gotta get up. When I never felt that, come on, yeah. Never felt that, come on, yeah. When I never felt that, come on, yeah. You gotta get up. When I never felt that, come on.
Alright, let's do one more. Brazil. Brazil sounds fun. Monkey! So what are y'all thinking about this? I kind of like it. Okay, let's see. He's always in it. Nope. 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 Oh. Alright. He's always in it. This guy's always fucking in it. Alright, let's do it!
Música para brindar, cantar todo dia.
I like this guy. Alrighty. Let's quit that. I think I have another thing I want to show off. Right, don't I have one more thing? Let me see. Oh, yeah. Extract that. Then extract this. Right? No, okay.
I need my equipment to make the perfect doghouse.
It's so loud. Okay, there we go.
It's still not enough. I need to check the garage.
Oh. Wait, what? Let's try again. I guess I failed?
I need my equipment to make the perfect doghouse. It's still not enough. I need to check the garage. It's not big enough to hold him.
Perfect doghouse. Okay, well, have a good night. I want to get this third ending. What's the third ending?
I need my equipment to make the perfect doghouse. It's still not enough. I need to check the garage. It's not big enough to hold him.
Wait, could y'all not see what was happening? Fuck. Alright, so that was the ending. Okay, well, I guess that's where we're gonna call it. I honestly don't even know where to go from here. But you know what? We learned a lot today about rocks and idiots, right? Well, I hope you all have a great night. Stay warm, by the way. Stay warm. Hopefully I'll see y'all next week with some more crazy shit.